Hey, pedal people, it's Pedal Guy here. How you doing? It's Friday, and you know what that means. It's pedal demo day. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you how to set up a hair metal rig on your HeadRush pedal board. And we're going to get started right now. Well, hey, it's Scott the Pedal Guy here. Well, we're all about pedal demos, pedal knowledge, and pedal sales. I love pedals, and so do you. Now, before we get started, if this is your first visit to the channel, make sure you take a second and click on that subscribe button down there and ring that bell so you can stay up to date with all of our videos. And if you're watching this on Facebook or Instagram, be sure to like and follow us so you can stay up to date with all of our activities. All right, well, I am designing a rig today inside my HeadRush pedal board because I am getting ready to do the next Trio Tuesday. And we're gonna do a hair metal song. We're not gonna do a hair metal song. We're going to do a pop song in hair metal style, and it's gonna be fun. But in order to do that, I have to have a good rig here, all right? So there's 3 things you need in order to make this work. First of all, you need the guitar with the humbucker in the bridge position because that's where hair metal lives. Secondly, you need the HeadRush pedal board in order to make the sound that I'm going to create in this video. And third, and most importantly, you need the attitude. I'm broke living in my apartment on the Sunset Strip, playing with my band, hoping I'm going to make it one day, and I got plenty of nice little pinch harmonics that I'm going to play for you. That's what hair metal is all about, okay? So let's get to it. Okay, so all kidding aside, where we first start is with a blank template. Now, this is how I build it. You may build it differently. Feel free to do it differently, but this is how I'm going to do it, so follow along. First thing I like to do is start with an amp. The amp that I always go to time and time again is the Soldano. So I'm going to go to an empty slot here. I'm going to go to amp. And now I'm going to go to the Soldano SL-100 Clean. Now you could also use one of the Marshall 800s if you wanted to. However, I find I get better results with this. Another one you could also use is the PV5150 mod. That sounds really good too. But again, the Soldano is the one I come back to time and time again. Additionally, I'm going to make a couple of adjustments. I'm going to turn that preamp up to 75. I'm going to keep the presence at about 45. I'm going to keep the master volume where it is. But I'm also going to make some EQ adjustments where I'm going to take the mids up to 70, well, let's take up to 65, and let's take that bass up to 80. And let's keep the bright off. Now I'm going to also go over here to the cabinet, and I'm going to turn the mic axis on. And also I'm going to double tap in there, and I'm going to change the mic type to the SM57. And that's going to be the basis of our sound. Let's hear what it sounds like. Don't worry, we're going to really expand it out. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some reverb in here to do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is come to the reverb section, go to reverb delay. I'm going to go to the 11 reverb, and I don't like a reverb that's too large for hair metal. I like to have the small music club preset is a really nice sounding preset for this type of music. Let's hear what that sounds like. Well, you get the point, right? Okay, the next step we're going to do is we're going to go into distortion land, and we are going to start with an overdrive. So I'm going to go to the distortion, I'm going to go to the tube screamer, and I'm going to use the full drive. What we're going to do is we're going to double stack our overdrive into a distortion. We're going to go to the DC distortion, and I'm going to work with smooth crunch. Hair metal, of course, is not hair metal without a chorus. So let's go to the chorus. We're going to do that before the overdrive distortion. You don't want to feed those into a modulation. You want the modulation to go into those. So I'm going to go ahead and select chorus, mono light, and here's what that sounds like. What we could do at this point is we could put a whole bunch of other things on here, but I like to start with something very, very basic and then start tweaking it out from there. So this is a good, solid, basic sound. At the reverb, now what we could do is we could take that decay and turn it up a little bit and get a much larger sound if we wanted to. Another thing we could do is we could go back to the cabinet and say, you know what, I actually liked the way it sounded with the Dynamic 421, and we get something that sounds like this. you might want to do a couple of other things just for more fun. Perhaps go back into the overdrive here. Let's turn that back on, of course, and then maybe turn the drive down just a tad. Maybe turn the high tone down just a bit. I know I said don't put the distortion and overdrive into a modulation, but you know, it's a HeadRush. Why not have a little fun, right? Let's go ahead and introduce another chorus in here. And this one I'm going to go with mono rich, but just to stress, you want to turn off the first chorus. All right, so a couple of other things you might want to do. You might want to put some delay on. I'm not suggesting that you do, only if you want to. Maybe a BBD delay with, say, a double effect. All right, so this is basically the gist of how to build a hair metal sound. So the last thing you obviously want to do is you want to save your rig. So we are going to go in here and how's my hair? Boom, there you go. Now we've just created a hair metal rig. That's how easy it is to do that inside of the HeadRush pedal board. So I hope you got something out of this. The reason we're doing this is because I'm going to be using this sound that I'm creating in next week's Trio Tuesday. So be sure to come back to us next week and you're going to hear it in action. So for more information on this pedal and the other pedals that we carry, please visit us at thepedalguide.com. Also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks and have a great day.